Hi everyone, this is Birds of a Feather. My name is Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's get stuck straight in. So there is a guitar riff at the start. We're in standard tuning, and what we need for that riff is on the B and E strings, we'll play fret 3 on the B, 5 on the high E. We're going to play... So play the B, E, B, and then slide that finger down, and then play the notes again. And then, when you go to play the B string again, slide back up. And you basically loop that round slowly. And just loop that round until the cows come home. And what we'll do now, because that's relatively straightforward, we're going to move on to the chords. And we just need a few chords for this song. We'll talk about them first, then how to strum, as well as the structure after. First chord we need, D major. Open D string, 2 on the G, 3 on the B, 2 on the high E string. The second chord we need, probably the hardest one, B minor, which is a bar chord from fret 2 on the A string going down. We'll put fingers on 4 and 4 on the D and G string, and then 3 on the B. And there's your B minor chord. Just a few more to go. E minor, open E string, 2, 2 on the A and D strings, and then 0 on the remaining strings. And then we have an A sus4 chord, which is an open A string, 2, 2 on the D and G, 3 on the B, and then an open E string. You might want to use a slightly different fingering like that, however I like using my little finger. And the last chord that we need, a normal A major chord, which is 0 on the A string, 2, 2, 2 on the D, G, B, and then an open E string. So what we're going to do is have a nice lively strumming pattern for this, and what we're going to have is this pattern. So I just played that on the D major, and what we're going to do is play down, up, down, down, up, down, 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 up. And we repeat that pattern twice for almost every chord. So I'm going to play it slowly so you can see how the hand moves, and you'll see how long each chord is played for. D. Repeat it. Then the B minor. You've repeated that. Then the E minor. Repeat that. Then we have one time round of the A sus4. And one time round of the A major. Now believe it or not, that's the full song. If you just keep looping those chords around over and over and over, that'll get you through the full song. However, before you click off, here's some ideas on how to make the song sound even stronger, because playing the same 4 chords or 5 chords is a little bit boring. Here's a few ideas to make it sound a bit fresh. For the D major chord, you can use this finger to hammer on and off, or to pull off as well. It's a really common technique, especially on the likes of acoustic guitar, to use that idea. It just makes one chord that could sound a bit stale become a little bit more interesting. Now before I show you some other techniques, if you're interested in getting the chord chart for this with the full structure, as well as the chords and the lyrics matched up so you know exactly which word is with which chord, head on over to Patreon. There is a link to that in the description, and for a couple of dollars you get everything wrought out professionally, as well as a bunch of other songs from her latest album. Moving on to the B minor chord though, what we can do, which you'll have seen me play in the introduction, is hammer on the little finger. In fact, you could even hammer on all these 3 fingers. Kind of gives a bit more of a country vibe, so maybe, maybe not, but it's just ideas just to play around with. For the E minor, I'm normally playing the same. And then for the A sus4, normally I'd say, hey, resolve to A major, which they do in the track anyway. So I'll keep those the same. Now, another thing with the strumming is when you're playing, maybe accent some of the strums. So rather than just keeping everything the same volume, some can kind of spike a little bit more like this. So hopefully you could hear some were slightly louder than others. Usually the first and the third work really well a bit louder. So, those ideas will hopefully get you through this song. Even if it is maybe 4 or 5 chords that repeat, you can add in tons of technique to make the sound even more interesting. So if you found that useful, please like and subscribe. I'd also like to say thanks to the people on the screen. Those are my active patrons. The moment this video goes live, they'll get access to the content I mentioned straight away. So thanks to them for their support, and thanks to you for watching. I'll see you in the next video.